So I just want to show you guys my tomato and pepper plants. They are doing really well, but I do need to go in and separate these two guys out and separate these two guys. I don't want their roots to get intertwined, but they're doing really well. They look beautiful, growing in nicely, beautiful green color. Unfortunately, the third pepper seed that I tried, oh look, at first I didn't think it was growing, but it's growing. Yay, that's fun. That's a surprise. And he wasn't growing for so long, I didn't know if he was gonna sprout anything. But here is this one there. And welcome back to Purpose to Love. My name is Randy, and today I'm doing a bunch of different things. As you'll see later on, I did have to go in and separate my peppers. They were two growing next to each other and they were getting intertwined, so I had to separate those out. And then I did also separate my other two tomatoes that were growing together. They kind of look a little wilty now, so we'll see how that goes. But sorry, the lighting's not great. I'll move into the house tomorrow or something and I'll finish this. But I just wanted to let you know what I'm doing today, and I also wanted to just take time to share with you guys some thoughts on incorporating this into your activities with your children, or the individuals that you're serving, or just for yourself for fun. I think it's really important. It helps you to get more connected with the food that you're growing, hopefully inspiring you to eat healthier. So yeah, let's get started. So what I really wanted to talk to you guys today about is just health and wellness and the importance of it. I don't want to spend too much time here because I think we all know that it's important to be healthy and to take care of the temples that we've been given. And so, but I really just want to kind of emphasize some points and the benefits of growing a garden. So if you've been watching this process of what I'm doing and are excited about maybe doing your own garden or doing one for your family, I think it would be really great. And I encourage you to do so. It's not, always easy, and it takes a little time to get it started and to take care of it. But once you get it going and they start to grow, you just kind of let them do their own thing. But I did want to just encourage you guys to, look more into growing your own foods, or, just going and shopping in the produce aisle more often, because there's just so many staggering numbers of just illnesses in children, not just, in adults. As we know, the health and wellness of adults these days, in America especially, is just taking a toll for the worse because we're just consuming so much more processed foods. But on my health journey, as I've been just learning more and researching and just kind of trying to do a little bit more digging into plant-based eating, not that I'm trying to be necessarily a vegan, at least I can say that right now, but I do think it's super important that we consume more fruits and vegetables, simply put, So, and I just saw so many numbers about children with diabetes, type 2 diabetes. Like, it's just increasing as the years go by because we are consumed with so much fast food. And I get it, like, I like, the same things as everyone else, but we have to be more mindful about what we're putting into our bodies and what we're feeding to our children. So again, I really just want to encourage you to, be more hands-on with growing your own foods. Include your children in the process. Take them grocery shopping with you, maybe. That might be an option, might not be, but if you do take them with you, maybe having them be a part of, choosing a fruit or a vegetable, maybe that might give them more incentive, more excitement to be a part of the process and eating healthier foods. Again, we just see so many numbers in type 2 diabetes, which in the past was really more for adults who were getting older and just started developing diabetes. But now we see it in children as young as, I think they said as young as like toddler ages or elementary school age. And it just continues to increase. So the more we can be involved with the process of growing our own plants and our own food, the better. So I just want to encourage you to do that. So some other benefits with including your children or the individuals that you're serving with growing your own fruits and vegetables is that you get to spend more time for bonding. You get to spend more time being with each other and not being distracted by social media and entertainment and other things. You just get to be with, your child or with the individual, learn each other, work on communication and have conversation and just spend time with each other. So that's, a benefit. And also, it's also a great time for learning. I know that when I was at a day program, when I was working with adults with disabilities, we had a small garden there, and it was really important to me to emphasize the total communication or full sensory experience of planting and gardening. I had one gentleman who was in a wheelchair, and so he would come and be a part of the garden as much as he could. He could not walk, he couldn't use his hands as much. He could just move his hands or use his hands enough to steer his wheelchair. And but when I would have him come outside with us, I would show him, what we were growing, and he would be able to at least with hand-over-hand assistance do some watering of the plants, or he would get to like feel the leaves of whatever plant we were growing. I remember string beans were growing, and then we had the climbing string beans, so they would go up, and so I would show him what that looked like, and he got to feel it. And we talked about the color of the plant. We talked about the stem and the structure of the plant, so he got to learn a little bit. I mean, I wasn't doing like a full-on science project, but I was still explaining the different pieces and parts of the plant. And he was engaged. He was excited to learn something new, have some new words, or reiterating words that he already knew. So it's also a great time for learning. And also, if you are just growing fruits and vegetables for yourself, maybe you don't have children or you're not working with someone with special needs, but if you're growing something for yourself, it's just a great way to take some time away from, again, social media, entertainment, have some quiet time. The other day when I was transplanting and separating my tomato plants and my pepper plants, it was such a nice time to just be outside, be quiet. Sometimes I have music, sometimes I don't. And just being in nature, being with the soil and the plants and watching them grow. And it's just fun. It's a nice, quiet and gentle experience. So I definitely encourage you to do planting, even if it's just for added quiet time. And then also, it's just a great way to get a little physical activity, right? Just being outside, getting some sun, getting some fresh air, digging up some soil or, moving around. I mean, it's not like full on physical exercise, but it's something, it's movement. And I think I know it's very important for all of us to have some level of movement in our day. So these are some awesome extra benefits to planting your own garden. So think about it. Let me know if you have any questions about, starting your own garden. Again, I'm not an expert, but, everyone's still hanging in there. All my plants are still hanging in there. And, I don't have any special, unique equipment, just a nice window with some good light, and they seem to be doing well. So, and I'm bringing them outside with me to the porch from time to time when I'm outside doing something. I might leave them outside just for a few hours if it's a nice sunny, not super windy day, and let them get some extra air and sun. Then I'm talking about the peppers and the tomato plants that I have growing inside right now, the seedlings. The lettuce and the kale are they've been outside. They're outside and they seem to be doing really well. So, but this is all a process, and it's a fun learning experience, and it challenges you to, you know, learn more and, you know, have something to look forward to and take care of. So I hope that you consider growing your own patio garden and just looking at ways you can continue your health journey and ways you can improve it. So, oh, and the last thing I want to share with you guys is this. In order to achieve, you know, a healthy child, a healthy client, a healthy self, it all starts with modeling, and it all starts with your environment. So, you know, if you are a parent and you're wanting your children to eat healthier, make better choices, then you gotta, you know, put your foot down, and you got to, you know, establish the environment in the home where you're bringing more healthy things in, you're eating and making healthier choices. I know sometimes it's easier said than done, because sometimes you need a break and you're stressed and you want some chocolate. I get it. But overall, if you want to see those changes being made, it starts with you. If you are a direct care professional or teacher and you're in a, you know, setting where you're with your clients every single day, all day, and they're looking at you and watching you, you have to model healthy behavior, especially if they're a client who has health goals, you know, and they're trying to lose weight, or they're trying to manage, you know, their diabetes or their high blood pressure. Because unfortunately, with those with special needs, you're seeing, and we're seeing more and more, an increase in health issues, whether it's being overweight, which leads to so many complications, right? With high blood pressure, diabetes, hypertension, just a host of other issues. And we see this a lot within the special needs community, because a lot of times they have mobility issues or they have physical limitations, so they're not able to move as much. But that's why it's so much more important for them to be eating the right things. So if you're working with someone who has special needs, you know, model, you know, healthy choices, and make it fun to eat healthy foods. And not everything has to be a salad, so it can always be something delicious but healthier, right? So we can do this. We can fix these issues. I'm on this health journey just like you guys, and I'm trying to make healthier choices. I'm trying to eat more fruits and vegetables and healthy grains and all that good stuff. And you know, we have our ups and our downs, but we just can't stop. We got to keep moving forward, keep making those healthy decisions, right? Not just for ourselves, but for those around us, because people are watching us. And so we can do it, and we're going to do it. So that's all I have for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that what I shared today gave you more incentive and more energy, more thinking about possibly growing your own garden and growing your own fruits and vegetables. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to have a farm, you know what I mean? Like, you can start with something small, like maybe growing your own herbs, or like a little tomato plant or pepper plant, you know? If you have the space to do something more, then do more, you know, if you can. So I hope this encouraged you, and I hope it reminded you to remember that you are, you know, a model. You are modeling health and wellness for your children, for your clients, for your friends, for your family, and that we can do this. You know, it just takes time, and we're going to make the changes we need to be healthy. And remember, it's a long-term goal. We're looking for long-term and not just immediate, tangible, visual results, right? Like, losing weight is a great side benefit of being healthy, but it shouldn't be our absolute goal, because that can trip us up and make us frustrated, and I know all about that. So just focus on the long-term goals, which is your health and wellness, because you want to be here, right? For those who love you, and to experience all those really cool things that are waiting for us outside of, especially outside of COVID, but outside of, you know, your four walls. And so we just want you to be your best self. So that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. And then if you wouldn't mind, please subscribe to the channel so you get all of my notifications. You're going to want to hit that little bell notification so it lets you know when I post something new. Okay? And just remember, you are purposed to love, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.